I'm gonna go ahead and put more on because I just love looking. Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. As you may know, if you clicked on this video, Miss Fenty, aka Queen Riri, aka Bad Gal Riri, has added new products to her line, Fenty Beauty, and I could not be more excited. She released 8 bronzers. Like all of Fenty Beauty's products, the bronzers range from a very light shade for more fairer, lighter skin tones, and a darker shade, which I think the darkest shade is called Mocha Mami, for females of a darker complexion. So again, Fenty Beauty is always praised for inclusiveness and the range of colors, its diversity, representation, all that good stuff. So I did watch a couple reviews. A few girls around my complexion compared Coco Naughty and Caramel Cutie. Caramel Cutie is definitely the one that I think I want to keep, but I don't know, we'll see. So I'm gonna go ahead and try these new bronzers. So if you are interested in seeing what the bronzers look like on my complexion, please keep on watching. Stop shaking. Good. Alright, so I went to Sephora yesterday and I picked up 2 of the bronzers that I thought would best suit my skin complexion. So if you're around my skin tone, these are 2 colors that I think would really work for you. And again, it also depends on how intense you want your contour or bronzer to be. Personally, contour isn't my thing. I always feel like it's either too harsh or not harsh enough. Yeah, I feel like I just don't do it right. I definitely depend on bronzers to kind of give the illusion that I have that chiseled look. I don't even know what I'm saying. I'm gonna stop rambling and open these up. So I picked up Caramel Cutie and Coco Naughty. I feel like if you want something more intense, again, Coco Naughty is probably gonna work best for you. And I also feel like these bronzers are very buildable, so in other words, you can put on more to make it more intense or less to make it less intense. I feel like I could really stick with Coco Naughty if I really wanted to, just because I feel like I could build it and make it more intense. I feel like I'm using the word intense a lot, but what I'm really excited about is the packaging. Fenty Beauty is known for their beautiful packaging, especially their new setting powders. A bronzer actually mimics the design of the powder. Is this an octagon? I think, is this an octagon? I don't even know. I feel like opening this, I don't even want to use it because it's so pretty. I'm so excited. I can't even open. Okay. Ooh. This is what Coco Naughty looks like. She's very warm. She's very dark. Why am I saying that? I don't even talk like that. This looks really rich. On camera, I don't know if you can really tell, but it's actually a lot darker in person. So again, I feel like you won't have to use too much of this if you're around my complexion or a little bit lighter. I feel like if you apply this really lightly, it'll show up beautifully. So I'm gonna open the next one. This is Caramel Cutie. See what she's saying. See what she's saying. Am I corny? Shoot, I can't even open it. Why am I struggling to open it? I feel like I'm just scared to open it because I don't want to break a nail. But it comes in this cute little box. I feel like this wasn't even supposed to be like an unboxing. I'm just obsessed with Fenty's packaging. I feel like I'm a little biased because I do love Rihanna, but this is probably the one that I think I'm going to keep, just because I feel like this one is a little bit more versatile for me. Probably have to work a little bit more for the bronzer to show up on my skin. However, contour is not really like my thing. So because they're meant to warm up the face, I really feel like that's personally all I need when I'm looking for a bronzer. I just need a little bit of warmth, and being a chocolate colored girl like myself, who am I? I feel like, especially women that are darker than me, like bronzers aren't even a thing. So thankful to Riri again for breaking boundaries, literally changing the game, and reminding people that darker girls do exist. Maybe it's always assumed that women of color are naturally sun-kissed and don't really feel like they need bronzer, but I feel like if you're like me, like I want to look a little sun-kissed. I want to look a little bronzed, you know, just cause. Yeah, that was my little rant. I purposely did not add any blush, any bronzer, any finishing powder, nothing like that, because I wanted to see the true power of the bronzer and how it'll really work on my skin. So I am dumb. I forgot to get a brush, so I will be right back. Okay, and I'm back. Why is this shaking? Hopefully I'm sitting in the same spot I was like 2 seconds ago. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and try one color on each side just so I can compare and see the difference. If I was smarter, I would also just use 2 different brushes just so that the product from one of the bronzers won't be on the same brush and mess up the results. But honestly, quite frankly, I'm just lazy, so I'm just gonna use one brush. So I'm gonna start off with the first one that I opened, which is not this one. I'm gonna start off with Coco Naughty. I love the names too. Like, can we just give it up to Riri once again? Like, I just love the names. Like, I think there's one called Beijing Gal. There's one called Island Ting. Like, I just love like the representation. I'm just here for everything. Hi. Do you hear me talking to myself?
No.
I'm back for like the 20th time. So this is the Sunstalker Instant Warmth Bronzer. I'm gonna start off with Coco Naughty. Okay, I probably don't have to build as much with this one. That's how much product I have on my brush. I'm gonna go ahead. Wow. Wow. I don't know if you guys can tell on camera, but this is really, really intense. I'm gonna think of another word for intense because I keep saying it and it's kind of annoying me. Sorry, I just have to fix my lashes. Another random opinion. I just love the packaging of these bronzers just because the packaging is, again, so sleek, so portable, and the mirror is just so cute. Like, I wouldn't even need to use the bronzer. Like, I would just keep this in my bag just to keep it in my bag. Like, this is not sitting in my makeup bag. This is going everywhere with me. I feel like this color it's a little darker for me, but again, if you're into that and you're around my complexion, Coco Naughty is definitely the one for you. I'm gonna go ahead and not just focus this in my, like, on my cheek, but I'm kind of gonna go ahead and kind of use it on my forehead a little bit to warm up my forehead in that area. I don't know if you guys can tell, but my makeup kind of does not match right here. My foundation, my foundation doesn't really match where my edges kind of are. I purposely did that just so I could see if the bronzer kind of worked as a corrector, because that's kind of what I use my bronzer for. Not only to warm up my face, but kind of to get rid of some of the flashback or ashiness from my foundation or concealer or setting powder. Sometimes when all of those are combined, I find personally for me, my makeup can look a little ashy, even though those things on their own aren't ashy. Hopefully that made sense. I'm going to keep going and using this up here, and I can already tell, a part of me feels like I might hold on to Coco Naughty just because I feel like also in the summer you tend to get a little bit darker in the face, and I also don't mind a nice little tan, so I feel like when I do get that tan, Coco Naughty is probably going to be my perfect shade. I'm going to even it out a little bit with the other side of my brush that doesn't have as much product on it. I'm just kind of even that out. I love it. I love it. I'm gonna even bring it down to my chin area here. So that's enough for Coco Naughty. I'm gonna go ahead and try Caramel Cutie. I love Caramel Cutie because I feel like it just has a little bit more warmth to it. I kind of got too excited with this one just because I kind of know that I'm gonna have to build a little bit more with this one, so I'm gonna go ahead and kind of dust that excess off on the back of my hand. You can kind of tell that it's working. It's working, but you do have to use a little bit more with this one. It is showing up on my skin, but I definitely had to use a little bit more product with this one so that it would kind of show up. So you can see that it is visible, but definitely not as visible as definitely not as visible as Coco Naughty on my right side. So I'm gonna keep building until I kind of get the color that I want. Maybe not as intense as Coco Naughty, but I want it to show up a little bit more. Alright, and just like I did with Coco Naughty on my right, I'm gonna dip into Caramel Cutie and just bring her up on my forehead a little bit because I do like when my forehead is a little bit bronze. I feel like that's where I kind of get my line of demarcation. I'm really out here trying to use fancy words. I feel like that's where I look ashy. I'm kind of glad that I did this video because now I'm kind of second guessing what I was originally going to stick with. I was gonna stick with Caramel Cutie, but I like Coco Naughty just for the simple fact that I feel like I don't have to use as much product to get that glowy sun-kissed bronze look, whereas Caramel Cutie, with it being so close to my skin tone, I'm just gonna have to use more product, and who wants to do that? I personally like the warmth, like the warmer undertones that Caramel Cutie has. Caramel Cutie definitely has more gold yellow undertones, and those are my undertones and kind of the colors that I normally gravitate to, but I feel like I might want to go with Coco Naughty. I don't know. I must say there is not a lot of kickback with this product, meaning that I don't have to kind of tap off my brush when I dip it in the powder, and that way I feel like I'm not wasting any product. So that's one thing I really do like about the product, other than the packaging and just the overall variety of shades. I just keep putting it on. At this point, I don't even know. I feel like I want to keep both. Like, so after giving it some thought and going to look at myself in the mirror, I decided that I'm actually going to stick with Coco Naughty just because I like the warmth that it gives my face. I feel like Caramel Cutie, it is a beautiful color, however it doesn't show up on my skin like I thought it would. I feel like I could actually even use Caramel Cutie just to give my face some warmth, but as like a bronzer and as kind of like a contour cover-up, I think Coco Naughty is the one that I'm actually going to stick with. So I really hope that this video was helpful for you guys. I hope that me being a guinea pig, I was able to help you guys choose what color you think would best suit your complexion. So that is just about it for the review, first impressions, whatever you want to call this. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any suggestions for me, please feel free to leave them down in the comments below. Also, if you were just entertained by this video, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Am I corny? And I look forward to seeing you guys in my next one. Mwah. Bye.